So you want to learn how to protect your open source project from bogus patents. One way to protect against those crummy patents is using a defensive publication. So what's a defensive publication? A defensive publication is simply a technical disclosure preventing others from obtaining patents on published technology. When you publicly disclose a way of doing something, no one else can claim it as something they thought of first. They can't get a patent for the idea because you're on the record for explaining the idea first. By writing a defensive publication, you create the freedom of future action. Once established in the public, people who attempt to get a patent on your published technology will fail. And this allows you to build on your idea in the future. If you have the earliest publication date for a new idea, then you get the credit as the originator. When others learn about your work, they may be able to use it to solve similar problems. You can list these publications in a resume, or write an article, or even publish a paper about your idea. Even better, your publication helps protect the future of the open source movement. The good thing about it is, when you use the Open Invention Network website, it's free. You're going to go to the OIN website and set up your free contributor account. And from the welcome screen, you'll click on Get Started, which is usually on the left side of the screen, and then you'll select Add New. This will get you to the Submit a Disclosure screen. And here's where you're going to submit your ideas that you don't want to have someone patent. You'll start by giving your disclosure a descriptive title, and then you'll briefly outline your idea in the abstract field. You might think this is a formality, but it's not. If your publication is going to be used, people have to be able to find and be interested in reading it. Patent examiners decide to read a disclosure by looking at the title and the abstract, so make sure you do a good job. The next decision is how you want to be named as the author. You might decide to publish anonymously to make it harder for competitors to figure out what you're up to. Finally, you need to upload your defensive publication. Typically, the best way to do this is using a PDF document. As you write your defensive publication, remember, use enabling descriptions. Your publication has to describe your method, system, or device in enough detail that any ordinary worker in your field could read it and figure out how to implement or build it. Don't just describe the concept, describe how to implement it. So let's go over an example. A software concept can be shown in high-level flowcharts, but you also need to show the hardware environment the software is intended for. You can use a system description or a diagram. So don't be stingy with figures. Figures are good. It's easier to understand figures than a lengthy description. High-level charts and even pseudocode work well for software concepts. To make a disclosure fully enabling, it should include a hardware system block diagram to show where the program resides. And don't forget, shorter is better. 2 to 10 pages should be your goal. Be sure to use references where they are appropriate. Include other publications, patents, or material that would be helpful to the reader. To get patent protection, an idea is supposed to be new. A defensive publication does not have to be for a completely new idea. It is okay if the idea is in a conference paper or part of an existing product. Once your publication is submitted, it will be reviewed and published on the IP.com database, made available for patent examiners all over the world. One of the great benefits of the Open Invention Network is that we make it a lot easier for patent examiners to find defensive publications. Here are a few tips to make writing your publication easier. Avoid limiting language like always, simultaneously, essential, critical, must, or other terms like that. These terms can limit the interpretation of your concept. Since we are talking about terms, be sure to be consistent in your publication. If you have coined a new term or used terms in a new way, be sure to provide definitions. Now, if you're anything like me, you will definitely want to proofread your publication and make all corrections before submitting it. Typos and spelling errors can really influence the reader's perception of your publication, and you will want to make a good impression. Be sure to read the terms and conditions before you submit. After you've been published, you will receive an email from the Open Invention Network. The email is going to contain instructions on how you can access the IP.com database and view your defensive publication.